Now for our dessert salsa. Yep, I wrote it down on this one because last time I only had it, just for a sample piece. Now that one says cut it into wedges, but the recipe is originally for the small ones. So what I do with this, I cut them into strips, like so. You want to make sure to have it, fairly large strips, because keep in mind you're going to be dipping this into the salsa. And all you got to do is stack that up there. Now, you have two options here. The way that I do it, personally, I deep fry it. Go ahead and take these, throw them into hot oil, which you can do right here on your stove top. And then once it comes out, put the cinnamon sugar on. Some people, they're a little bit worried about cholesterol or the excess fat from the oil and stuff. One of the other alternatives you have is to bake these off. What you can do is just lay them out into a pan like so. Do these as a sample piece here. Just take a little bit of melted butter or margarine. Just coat that. And mix you up some cinnamon sugar. Actually better just to sprinkle it on there, 'cause you don't really want to put too heavy of cinnamon sugar on there.
Do you use half cinnamon, half sugar?
Actually about a teaspoon of cinnamon to about a cup of sugar. Like so. And you can actually use Splenda too if you want to use that as an option instead of using just plain sugar. And then bake it off at 350 degrees, roughly 10 to 12 minutes. And you'll get a nice, golden brown chip that way. Which, like I said, I deep fried mine. So even when you bake it off though, you'll still get the same texture and the color. You can tell a difference in the flavor where it's baked off and where it's fried, of course, because the oil, I prefer the stuff with the oil. But like I said, it's easy to bake it off just as well. Okay. Now for the salsa. I'll skip down to the bottom there because really what you want to do is put your whipped cream cheese and your jam or preserves of choice together first, because you want to mix that up, because if you try to mix that up after you've already put all the fruit in, it's not going to really incorporate evenly throughout the dish. Now it says of your choice. I'm using strawberry preserves for this. That's actually one of my favorite. Blueberry jam is another one that goes really good with this. But also if you go into produce, they've got little glaze packs of strawberry glaze and blueberry glaze. You can use those instead of preserves or jam, and that works really well with this. Let's see. There we go. Like I said, you want to mix this part up real well. And by the way, this mix, put it on toast, is wonderful. Okay. You'll get that rose pink color out of it once it's done. Go ahead and put that aside a second. Okay, now this is where I said that we're going to be using the frozen fruit. I'm using a berry medley, sorry. Now you can, of course, use your own options, but if you freeze your own fruit, that works just as well. But for tonight, I'm going to use 1 bag of the berry medley and a half a bag of the pineapple. Now, the only thing you really want to watch out for in your berry mix is the strawberries. Most of it's going to be fine the size that it is, but you do want to kind of cut the strawberries down some. Just like so. And then of course as you set it out, that drains some of the excess juice too. If you want to, you could put it over a strainer and really drain it out, but you don't need to because you do want some of that juice in there for the flavor. Okay. Just take the pineapple and cut it down to about 1/4 inch bite sizes. Like so. And actually another thing you can add to this if you wanted to, especially if you grow your own fresh mint, add a little mint to this and it goes really well. Okay. Just mix that all up together. Now the other salsas are what we call a dry salsa. This of course is a wet salsa, but it goes really good with the chips, which is another reason why I like them fried, because they're actually a little bit stronger when they're fried as opposed to baked. All right.